Hi, it's Chris, and welcome to my channel, Great Northwest Comics. I am trying some new equipment today, so I hope this video comes in crystal clear picture and really nice audio. I picked up a F-Fine mic, which should be a big improvement over trying to use the microphone from either the GoPro or the iMac that I have. So I'm just going to go over my weekly comic book haul and offer some thoughts that I had this week about some of the topics on YouTube that I've been listening to. But first off, let's start with this book here. I picked this one up today. It's Order and Outrage, #1, and it's a Jim Starlin story. And I think I've heard good things about this. I was at a comic book store and I've had a hard time getting over there because of my work. And I remember hearing about this book, but I didn't pick it up. I didn't have a chance to pick it up, and they happen to have actually issues 1, 2, and 3. And this is the cover that was showing when I got there, and it immediately drew my eye because it kind of reminds me of Shadowlass a little bit with the blue skin. And I love the little wings that she has and such. I looked through it real quick at the store, and the story, or sci-fi story, I think. So the artwork looked really good, so I wanted to pick it up and try it out. Picked up the next issue of World Tree, issue #3 with a very creepy cover. So this is very akin to Something is Killing the Children. And I've enjoyed the first 2 issues so far. Next up is the Dungeons and Dragons. I used to watch this as a kid on TV. And I always wish that it was a little more, they had a more adult version of it, because it was just really cool back then, having friends in a fantasy land with a special weapon, each of them. So this is issue #4, so looking forward to reading that. And this issue here with the Barbarians, this is the last issue in the story, so I don't know if that means it's the final issue, issue it's 5. So I enjoyed the story. If it's only 5 issues, I'm fine with that, because it just means one less comic to buy next week. I ended up picking up the wraparound cover of the same issue, so very cool. And then I picked up King Spawn with this like stained glass window look. I believe they offered it in a virgin cover, but I like the trade dress. I like to know what issue number it is and what volume it is. And then another King Spawn. I guess maybe the A cover. What's this one? Yeah, 23. Issue 23. And then I picked up Scorch. What's this? 19. I'm wearing my contacts today, so it's like I can't see the numbers on the screen. That's why I have to look at them. So here's another stained glass pick here, which I really like. So I don't know if I showed this one last week, but this is Vigil, I guess issue #2. I haven't really been reading it. I think I read the first part of it, and it's just okay. So I guess I'll pick up the set and read it all at one time once I get the full set in, and then maybe sell it. I picked up this issue here of Dawn of DC, Green Lantern, issue #3. And the only reason why I picked this one up is because it features the Legion of Superheroes in it. So I'll take any Legion I can get, I guess. And so I'm looking forward to reading this one and discovering how Green Arrow's, I believe, son fits in with the Legion of Superheroes. And then picked up the Riddler, issue 5. So I think I'm not sure how long this goes for, but I'm doing the same thing like with the other one series. I'm just waiting until all the books come in, and then I'll read them. So looking forward to that series concluding so I can read it. In fact, my wife and I just watched Gotham Knights. I guess they're not going to renew that show. It was actually really good. We recorded them all the way up to like episode 11 or 12, and we decided to start watching it. And then we heard that it was canceled, and then episode 13 just happened like this last week or so. So we got to watch the whole thing in one fell swoop. I actually enjoyed it. I thought the actors were good, the storyline was good, and it's too bad that they're not continuing it. So next up here, this is the infamous Sorry, my screensaver, come on. This is the infamous Teen Titans issue number 44 and a 9.2 that CCS pressed and that I complained about extensively in a video a year or so ago. And that has been my #1 video ever with like over 300 views. So I guess when people diss CGC, you get a lot of attention. But I happened to see Sticky Goose's video where he was talking about his ASM 300, a much more valuable book that was supposed to be, was graded a 9.6, but was damaged in the holder. Apparently, from what I understand, it was dropped. And the way the book was supported in the holder caused a big chunk to be ripped from the bottom. And so he actually got an email from CGC about setting up a time to talk with the president of CGC about the issue. So make sure you check out his video on that. It's pretty interesting. But you know, I never got any satisfaction with this book when I contacted the customer service at CGC about what I felt was poor quality pressing job from CCS. I think that they turned a spine tick that was kind of small into a much longer one, and then created 2 additional color breaking spine ticks that were only like dimples. And then on the back, they had there's 2 indents on the back, or almost 3 indents on the back, I guess, ticks that they should have taken care of during the pressing. And I know it's not going to be picked up here, but just really disappointed overall in the pressing job. And the grade. You know, what I've come to learn over the last year or so is that, you know, a book only has so much potential. So maybe potentially with the issues that this book had, maybe it would have only achieved a 9.8 or 9.2 anyways because of the defects, and maybe the pressing was able to at least help it stay above a 9.0. So that's something I think about when I send books in now, is like, what's the real potential of this? And how I believe a pressing should enhance the value of the book. So it's a lesson learned, and I've only used their pressing one other time, and I think it was only because the books were like modern and didn't need to be pressed at all, but I just wanted to make sure that they were pressed and ready to be slabbed, and I didn't feel like sending it to a secondary presser to have that kind of work done. It was a small lot too, it was like 3 books. Something like that. So anyways, I'm going to still continue to use my current presser. With CCS, they're actually going to be pressing the Signature Series books that I submitted from the convention last weekend. I didn't have enough time to mail them out, get them pressed, and have them returned, and then have them signed. And it's probably better to have a signature book pressed after it's signed, just in case the way the artist handles the book. You want to make sure that the book is still in its best possible condition for grading and encapsulation. So hopefully that'll turn out well, and I'll get those books back in hopefully a month, and I'll do another video on that. So it's a really short video today. I just wanted to again try out this new equipment. I'm using this new microphone, and I'm using a iMac Pro 14-inch. So it should be in the high def. I'm going to retire the GoPro with all the problems I had last week with like the battery overheating and then losing video. And then when I would hook up the GoPro to my laptop, sometimes it would create additional files. Like it actually created like 6 files of the same video segment. And then it usually breaks out the video into 3 different segments. So it's just this whole issue, and it made it a lot more time consuming to put the video together and then edit and then put it out. So I'm hoping that with this new equipment set up, it'll be streamlined. I can get this out faster and more timely for you. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe. I'm hoping to expand my usage of the YouTube features so I can add some animations and such, so I don't have to keep saying like and subscribe every single time. I like have a little pop-up come out. So hopefully I can get that in place by the next video. So this is the 4th of July weekend, so I hope you have a great holiday. I actually have to work on Monday, which sucks, but there you go. Screensaver came up again. I got to make sure that I change the settings on that so it doesn't happen again. But I hope you have a great 4th of July weekend. I still get the 4th off at least, so I'll have some fun then.